All right. How is everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. I'm having a pretty good Wednesday myself. We'll see how long I go live for. I apologize, I'm 2 hours late. I had a bit more editing to do, not only for myself but for someone else. I'll give you guys an update on that in a little bit. I forgot to tell you guys about yesterday. That's my fault. And I also had to just take an hour just to relax because I woke up very late today. I woke up at like 11:30, I think, and then I fell back asleep around 12:30, and I was in bed until like 4 p.m. Like I was up late last night, so many apologies for not being here on time. It's just I needed the rest. Just a lot of editing today. I've been busy these past few days. It's been very good though, because like I haven't been busy the last month and a bit, so this has been really really good. So, anywho, we're gonna get started here after I get my synthwave up and running. Let me actually make sure all my streams are going. Oops, mute that. Mute that, and then I just want to make sure that my stream is going on YouTube. It is good. Still with the massive delay. I really got to find out what's going on with that. So hopefully I can figure that out. Okay, so let me go here. Let me go here. And there we go. Okay, so got my dashboards open in case of any moderator stuff I gotta do. No bots in my chat this time right off the gate on kick. That's good. And let's get. Oh no, I need to open synthwave. I almost forgot about that. So let me get synthwave open here. Turn down the browser volume. There we go. I am gonna like probably steal either. It's probably gonna be Bunny's playlist because Bunny's playlist actually has a lot of songs that I know. But I might add like my own stuff in there. So I just need some sort of like bass to kind of like bass line to go off, and then I can add stuff to a playlist after that. So, anyways, we were at the YouTube playoffs and off season. We had a very good year this year compared to last year. Last year we were dead last in the league and we dropped from 1 to 3 in the draft. This year I think we what position were we in the league? I think we were like second in our division, right? Yeah, we were second in our division behind Florida. We were 9 wins behind them. And then we were 1 win against our rivals, Montreal, who we are against in the playoffs in round 1. So, kind of a cool first ever playoff appearance between 2 Quebec teams. Because you know how there's Montreal, which is a city. There's Quebec City, which is the team we're taking over, which is Quebec City Delusion. And then there's the province of Quebec. So 2 Quebec teams against each other. Going to be kind of a cool rivalry series between these 2 teams. And they're in the same conference. This could happen a lot. I mean, this could happen a lot. So it could either be Florida, Montreal, Quebec, and Detroit, or if the Metro division does very well, it'll be completely different because they have 5 teams in the playoffs. We only have 3 teams in the playoffs in our conference. So it's kind of weird. Like, look, Washington was snubbed because of us. Pittsburgh was snubbed. Detroit was snubbed. Like, Tampa Bay was snubbed. Like, all these teams, like, a lot of them are kind of screwed over. So, but entire league, let's see where we were in the entire league. So we were, let's see, Quebec. We were 16th. So yeah, we were basically, we honestly, let's be honest, we were a wild card team when it comes to the entire league. I'll also quickly go to my no overlays so you guys can see what I'm talking about here, because my camera's covering it. I'm getting overlays done by my graphics designer, Rose. Don't worry, she's working on it. I got them done. It's just they weren't what I was looking for. So we're gonna have a chat with her once she's feeling better. She's currently sick. But anyways, so we were 16th in the league this year. Like, look, LA got snubbed, Montreal got snubbed, and I would say Pittsburgh got snubbed too. They had 41 wins, 36 losses. That's not too far back. So they were really only like, they were like 1 wins away from entering the West Coast via Minnesota. So they could have gotten in. But yeah, so let's be realistic. We got lucky this year. We got very lucky. Even if we made 3rd, we still got lucky. But I'm very happy with how we ended this year. We're 5th goals per game, 15th goals against, so not great. And then our power play and penalty kill aren't fantastic. They need some work. So we're gonna look at our power play lines really quick and just see what's going on here. So power play, I think the reason it's not going well is because on power play line 2, I've got 2 goal scorers on the same line. So I've been giving this some thought, and I'll be honest, I think Perfetti's the one that needs to go. Because, here's the thing, Perfetti and Samoskevich, they're very similar. 85 overall, Samoskevich is a year younger. Perfetti has the X factor, but he is more of a shooter. If we look at his shooting percentage this year, before he got more assists than goals, he was at 22% on his shooting percentage. 8 power play goals, 23 goals, same as last year, but he had less assists than last year, which is weird because he was a minus 20, although he was on the first line, so that probably makes sense. But still, 193 shots, like look at that. That's ridiculous. And then if you look at Line A stats compared to Perfetti, look at him. 200 shots, so more shots, 10%, so only 1% lower than Perfetti now. But look at his power play goals. 3 power play goals, Perfetti had 8, and then 21 goals. So it's kind of weird. Like, we've got a sniper two-way forward playmaker combination. Not a bad combo. But I think because my original plan was having Perfetti first line, Line A second line, and I got Perfetti to shoot more, I think that's the reason he's shooting more. So I think what I'm going to do is, even though he's only on a 3-year window, and I think we got Samoskevich for way longer. No, we got him on the same window. Okay, that's fine. But still. So I think we're going to trade away Perfetti. We're going to keep Samoskevich. We could give it another year, but at the same time, it's going to hinder Line A's goal scoring and our numbers on the power play. I think the reason we're not getting numbers on the power play is because Perfetti's taking too many shots when he doesn't have a role on that power play. So we're going to see what happens. But for now, we got to focus on the playoffs, focus on the draft, focus on the off-season. Let's get into the round 1 playoffs here, and let's see what we can do. So, first 4 games, we have home ice advantage in Quebec City. Not much travel time between those 2 cities, interestingly. So let's give this a go. So unless we're facing elimination, we do not do real-time sim. So 5-2 loss, 3-1 win. Okay, not bad. 4-1 win and a 5-4 overtime win. So we are doing very well versus our provincial rivals here. Game 5 against Montreal, and we have taken them out in 5 games. Pretty damn good. Let's take a look at our stats here really quick. I want to see who's been doing well so far. Look at Wallstead, 935 and a 219. God damn. And then for our matchups, let's see here. Penalty kill 100%. Power play 7th in the playoffs at the moment. Our goals against is in 1st, and our goals per game is 5th. So right now we're doing much better than Florida's team. But Barkov has more points than our top line scorer, which is Malone. How many points does Malone have? He has 6 points. What am I about to see here? Damn, that first line is just popping off. Second line, look at that. Yeah, that's what I wanted in regular season. I wanted these numbers in regular season. 3 goals, 1 assist. 3 and 3. 1 and 4. That's what I wanted to see. Third line's doing good, and our fourth line's doing good. Beautiful, beautiful. And then Wallstead, we already know what he's doing. And he has played a bit of a game, 9-5-4. I mean, yeah, so far so good. Let's keep it going. Let's not mess with anything good. Let's keep on running it back. See how Florida's doing. I usually look at the lineups before I go into the rounds. We're just going to zoom past this for now. So game 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3-2 win, 5-3 loss, 4-3 overtime loss, and a 3-2 loss. So now that we're facing elimination, we are going to simulate this game in real time. We're going to commentate it. We're going to go to game 5 here, and we're going to see if we can make a 3-game comeback. Let's see what we can do against Florida. They've got a really good team, though, so I'm a little worried. They don't have their third-line center, though, in Lundell. That's what we have. But Lars Eller taking a goal first. Then there's Ekblad. Yeah, see what I mean? This team is deep. Boone Jenner on Florida. Damn, they got their center depth back. I mean, they lost Lundell. They got Jenner and Eller. I mean, that's a good call. 3-0 Florida in the first, and we are about to go into the second period here, down 3. All right. Second period, Boone Jenner again. Okay, so now I think Wallsted's probably going to get pulled here. There we go, Malone scoring on Wallstead from the face-off circle. Beautiful. Now we're within 3. Can we make a bit of a comeback here? Power play. There we go. Samoskevich with a goal, making it 4-2. Here we go. Come on. Let's get it going here. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left in the second period, 2 minutes left, 1 minute, and that is going to do it for the second here. Shots even, only 2 goals away from tying the game. Can we maybe make a bit of a comeback? I would love to watch overtime in playoffs. That would be insane. Let's see, Barkov scoring. Bennett, yeah, it's over. I think that is going to be our playoff run. You know what? Considering where we were last year, and then where we were this year right after that, not a bad run, I'm not gonna lie. We got to game 5 in the second round, also 7-2 now. Tomasek, I don't know who that is, but that's fine. But second round appearance, I'm not upset with that. I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna lie. That is not a bad run. for the playoffs. We did win the first game, and we had a few close games here. I mean, 5-3 is okay. 4-3 is not bad in overtime. 3-2 loss, I'll take it. But a 7-2 loss, that is a brutal loss there. But not a crazy bad playoff run. We made it second round. We made it 5 games. That's Florida. I'm not surprised, honestly. I expect us to get kind of dominated in that second round. So, not terrible, but not great. I'm okay with the run that we had there. So I will accept that run. I mean, we did very well against Montreal. I think we also won in 5 games, so pretty damn good. So we are not going to get the first overall pick. We made it in the playoffs. We're not going for DuPont. That would be a very good 1-2 punch on the first defensive pairing with is it Dorsett? I think is his name. I can't remember. With Dorsett and DuPont, the 2 Ds, but I don't think it's going to work, especially because we've got like not a high pick because we're second in our division. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I apologize. I am so tired. So let's look at our top 10 picks here. I'm still aiming to go for Cappaduca though. I would not mind picking this guy up. I'm willing to trade into like the top 8. Like maybe like 8th or 9th to get Cappaduca. This guy would be very good. Whether he's a medium elite or top 4, he could play second, third pairing, whether or not. Like if he's medium elite, I'll play him second. But if he's third, if he's like top 4, then I'll play him third pairing. So, no one else. Yeah, I mean Pedersen dropped as well. So you know what? We'll keep both of them pinned. We'll see what happens. Our pick is around this area too. It should be around the 16th, 15th, 14th area. So that should be fine. There's like a potential here. So Cappaduca, we know that already. Wait, was there another gem up here? No, just the top 10 picks. Okay. Let's see here. Yakupov, are you uncovered yet? No, you're still being scouted, but the 4 points and the +9 are kind of giving me good vibes, so I'm willing to take that risk. So we'll keep him pinned. Hopefully he'll be something. Any more gems apart from the top 6 players? Nope. Pinned players. So Hämäläinen is top 6 low 2-way forward. I think I'm gonna leave it. 7 games played, A+ league, a +3, no strengths or weaknesses. He's just kind of a player there. The potential's not bad, but he's a 5-year ETA. If he was a 4 or 3, I would definitely take him, but he's 5'10", 2-way forward. I think I'm gonna leave him. Just go with the guys that we have pinned currently. So, okay, that's not bad. Excuse me. Edmonton and Chicago. Edmonton winning the cup. Who do they beat in the finals? Was it Florida? I wonder. If it was Florida, that's kind of crazy. The revenge. And we get the lottery here. Let's see. Utah jumping to first. So the West Coast is going to get Land and DuPont, the Central Division. Okay. Ottawa jumping from 6 to 2. San Jose dropping to 3rd. You know, honestly, they've got so much young talent that honestly is fine with them. Carolina, Vancouver, Dallas, Columbus, Anaheim, Nashville, Vegas. So we're looking to make a trade with Anaheim, Nashville, or Vegas, which is good. They're all West Coast teams. That makes our job easier. And then where is our pick? Seattle, Detroit. So it looks like we're below 17. That's still fine. We can probably still trade up into the top, the bottom, like the 8, 9, or 10. We should be able to if we add like a decent enough package, which honestly, Alex Tuck, that is an option we have. So let's take a look at our growth. Holy shit. Once again, YouTubers for NHL franchise mode. Listen to me, please. Look at this dude. Franchise high now. 94 overall. He's 20 years of age. Look at this dude growing on my save, which is barely adjusted by any creative players. Feels good to be right. Anyways, look at those defensive stats too. 93 awareness. You can't see it because of my camera. And then 98 shot block, 97 stick checking. That's insane. His skating's good. His physicality's really good. His shot is even good. Like, holy shit. Dorsett is a force to be reckoned with. Nico Hischier in 89. I'm okay with that. I'm not expecting him to grow, but I'm happy with it. Mark Malone, really good. Holy shit. Franchise medium, 89 overall. Sniper. His shot could use some work, so I think I'm going to continue working on a shot. Everywhere else he's kind of chilling on. His defensive stats are good. His passing's good. He's a deker. He's got 94 deking. So that's pretty good, but his shot is a little low for a sniper, so I want to get him going on that. Oops, I just went back. Malone. Pesci, 88 overall. That's fine. He could be another trade bait. Maybe he's on his modified no trade clause, so maybe we'll use that to our advantage if we get the defenseman for the second pairing. Braden Schneider, top 4 potential. I like this guy on our first defensive pairing. He was a very good pairing for Dorset. So, Anton Lundell, pretty good, pretty good. I need him to grow a little more though. His potential's fine for the overall he has, but I'd like him a little higher. 87, 88 would be nice. Let me look at his passing. Still 92. Good defensive stats. I mean, good physical presence. 2-way forward. Pretty solid. Perfetti, the freaking shooting playmaker, which I did not expect. Alex Tuck, yeah, 86 overall. So I think if we capitalize on this guy's value sooner rather than later, he did drop in potential, so his value will not be as crazy. But if we package him with the first overall pick, or first round pick, that should be good. But I don't think he wants to go to any of the teams that I listed. Is LA one of them? I think they were. So maybe LA. Maybe. I'll take a look. Bowen Byram, this is a very good pickup. 35 assists on the second line for 41 points. That was a solid pickup by me in free agency last year. So I think that was a really good play by me. Patrick Laine. Sam Moskevich. Down 184, so he did drop, but I think that's okay. 90 passing, still around the same as Perfetti. So I'm okay with that. Jordan Eberle, this guy was a 1-year rental, but we're gonna keep him for another year. See if he drops. If he drops, then that's fine. We can sign someone else in free agency. But if he grows, I'm okay with that. I actually want to see what he did for us in the end of this season. 6 points. What about in the playoffs? 6 points as well. You know what? 6 points in 10 games played on the third line. I'm not mad about that. He had a goal on the power play and 3 power play points. You know what? I'm fine with that one. Niederreiter, did we play in the playoffs? 20 games played, playoff stats for 26-27. You know what? 2 points, playoffs. I'm okay with that as well. Kiefer Sherwood. Kind of stay the same. Eric Hall. How do you do in the playoffs? He played well at the end of the season. Ooh, 1 point in 10 games played, but he only had a -2, so maybe he has some takeaways and giveaways that factored in there. Baville, were you playing? No, you were scratched. Okay. John Beecher. 82 faceoffs, so that guy could be a very good third or fourth line center into the future. He's being paid $2 million for the next 2 more years. Dalibor Dvorsky played in the AHL after his pretty big fall off from Grace. We gave him a chance in the NHL. Had a -14 on that fourth line. Just didn't like it, so I got him in the AHL, and looks like he did much better on our first line down there. 24 points in 45 games played with a +3. Not the greatest point totals, but honestly, I'm happy with it. 10 goals and 14 assists, not too bad. Emberson, 14 points in the regular season. Colton Dack, I like this guy on our line. It's just the -12 is not great, and I think that's because all of our other lines was doing very good. We did not play him in the playoffs. We decided to go with Niederreiter, and I think it was the right call. So maybe we'll play him next year in the playoffs. We'll see. And that's it for the roster players. Kolya Chonak, we cannot extend for some reason. Let's look at Moravert, though. Look at his stats in the NHL playoffs this year. Playoff stats, no points, but he had a +0, so he played the body. He got penalties, some shots in there. I'm okay with that. And then goaltending, how did we do here in the system? Franchise low 90 overall with an X. Ooh, that is nice. So he's going to cost a pretty penny, I think. Oh, boy. Ville Husso. His numbers are pretty good, 916. What about Kosa? Still a 78. I think this year I'll play him in the AHL. He didn't have the greatest NHL numbers. But in the playoffs, in that one game he took over, he had a 955 and a 128 with 21 saves. I think I'm okay with that. That's not terrible. Jones, 75 overall. Carey Price, 70. That's fine. Any guys in the AHL that growed? This guy, Olas, 77 overall sniper. This guy could be an interesting left-handed depth sniper for us if Eberle doesn't come back. Problem is we need right-handed snipers. So maybe I do like a swap and a trade, like Olas, like basically same overall, same potential, just do a player swap, just a hockey trade, you know? Curtis Douglas, 76 overall. Jordan Dumais, 75 at 23 is not too bad, but his shot accuracy is not good at all. So we'll have to see about that. Akuratu, Gunler, Delius, all these guys that we're not signing are like too low overall for their age, like 73 at 26. He's almost exact potential. Same with this dude. This guy's getting there. Like, yeah, unless they're locked up, I'm basically letting them go free agency. This guy Nelson is really growing. 2-way forward. This guy has a lot of points in, what was that, USA Yeah, USA Hockey. He's in USA. I don't know which USA he's in. We picked him up in what year? 26th, third round. This guy is a gem right here. I'm gonna sign him now because that way we can get him like a 25K cheaper. 950K for the next 3 years. Yeah, join the team now. Why not? Get you signed. This guy's Safronov even 68 at 19 years of age as a sniper. Is not, potential's not there, but his overall the age is not bad. So I'll sign this guy if I can. 800K for the next 3. Can we sign him, or is it too many contracts? Oh no, we're good. 50 contracts. I'm okay with that. Everyone else I'll leave. So honestly, our growth, especially Nelson and was it something not? No, sorry, Olis. Olis could probably come in the lineup. He could actually replace if Tuck leaves, then it would be, if we go forwards here, hold on, forwards, if we go up a bit to Samoskevich, he could take Samoskevich's spot if we do in fact trade Perfetti. Or we put Perfetti on the first line, Samoskevich second line, and then Olis on the third line right wing with Eberle and Beecher. That could be a good first, second, third line option. I mean, it would work. So I'm okay with it. Or do we want to get a playmaker on that third line instead of Eberle and then have that sniper available? Like, we could do a lot of different things with our younger players. Like, we got a bit of a loaded lineup with a lot of aging pieces. Eberle, Niederreiter, Sherwood, Holla, Beauvilliers. They're all in their 30s. Freaking Alex Tuck I'm looking to trade out. So, like, we'll have to see. We will have to see. So, let's advance day. Let's look at the draft class one last time, see what we got. So DuPont, we already know that these guys are gems. So Capaduca is top for potential. I'm still okay with that, unless Pedersen's a year younger. No. So we do need a right defenseman more than a left. I think that's fine. They're both 3-year ETA, both pinch cycle, doesn't really matter. Their strengths are almost the exact same. Pedersen's weakness is teammate utilization. Capaduca is shot utilization, so I'd rather do Capaduca. Yeah, I think we're going to try and trade up this pick for Capaduca here. So we're going to try and trade into the top 10. It'll be a little tricky, but I think we can pull it off. It's a big maybe. We'll try our best. Like I said, Tuck is our bartering chip, so we'll try and use that to our advantage. We have no details on Yakupov at all, so we're going to kind of go in blind for this pick at the second round. Gem-wise, we only have the 2 and a shit ton of busts. Holy shit. And then for pinned players, yeah, I think we're going to go Capaduca. I'm going to take that shot, and then we'll see what happens from there. So, yeah. Besides that, I mean, Pesci and Tuck can be our trade offers. We're going to try and go for the 8th overall pick just in case. See if that works out. And then if we can't do that, then we'll just try and just see what works. Let's take retired players here, see who retires. Who do we got? Do we have Ovechkin calling it early? This is the earliest I've seen him retire. Usually he goes until he's like 43. So that's interesting. Smith, Holm, Ellis. Any of our players retire? Quebec. No players. Any goaltenders? Carey Price calls it quits at 39 years of age. Look at the wins, losses, the overall save percentage. Like, this dude was a freaking beast in the league when he was in his prime. Like, my god. Like, look at his save percentages with Montreal. 920, 905, 912, 923. I don't believe he dropped below 900 at all. Yeah, this dude didn't drop below 900 besides being in the AHL for 1 game and then in Montreal for 5 when he was injured. That's it. Like, goddamn, Carey Price. What a career you've had. Retired coaches. Let's see here. Quebec or Burnaby. Quebec or Burnaby. Doesn't look like anyone retired on me. Let's look at our draft interviews here. Let's continue simming that. And check my Discord really quick. Just see. Sure. Okay. And then this is sim to draft. Okay, so we want to go one more day. Okay, cool. Pro Scout calling, that's fine. We're gonna save our game here really quick. So the moves that we're looking at making are Pesci and Alex Tuck. So I'm gonna actually put those guys on the block really quick. Where's our trade block? Players search draft board, progress reports, goals. Okay, maybe we can't do that right now. Let's just do entry draft. And we can do it in here, right? Yeah, we can. Find trade. Draft boards. Okay, we cannot do that. So pick 8 is Anaheim. Okay, so we cannot trade Alex Tuch to these teams. He's not on their list. But let's see if we can do Pesci to Anaheim. That would be perfect for them, I feel. It'd be a perfect fit for them. So defensively, Brett Pesci, do you want to go there? No, he does not. Okay, let's try the next. Was it Nashville that was there? Let's try Nashville. See if Nashville's a team he wants to go to. As long as it's not the 10th overall pick, I'm okay with it. I mean, he's got a lot of value. He doesn't want to go there. Okay, so this is a tricky situation. What do we do here? Let's just make sure. Yeah, it doesn't want to go there. And then let's go Anaheim. Beginning of the list. Pesci and Tuch. Yeah, none of them want to go. So now, who do we have available that we can trade that we're willing to go part ways from? Besides those 2 players. So not Heischer, not Malone, not Schneider, not Pesci, not Tuch, not Lundell. Perfetti could be one. But I want to see what my options are first. We could throw Sherwood in. Okay, we're gonna go with Anaheim. What about goaltenders? Just Wallstead there. So we're obviously gonna trade up our 19th. Let's actually throw in the 8th overall pick really quick so I have the value. This might go for like a lower player here. Let's go by on the block. Dvorsky, Sherwood. Any prospects that they want? Not really. They want contending pieces, but I mean, Tuch doesn't want to go there. I could try and see if he wants to waive it. Are you willing to waive it? No, he's not willing to waive it. What about Pesci? Could try Pesci. That would definitely make the trade go through. Where's Pesci? Let's see if Pesci's willing to go. No, he doesn't want to go. Then yeah, no, this isn't going to work. Okay, so we got to find some sort of piece that we're not going to use. I mean, the best option we have is freaking Perfetti. Like, that's the best option we have. But I want to see if we can move him on the first line. And I want to trade Tuch now. So maybe we keep Perfetti. Like, I don't know. It's tricky. I don't know about this one. This is a weirder trade. I want to keep my top 4 in check besides Pesci. Let's see if we can get like a bit of a pick kind of moved on from here. Let's try the 3rd rounder for next year. Does this go through? I highly doubt it. No, I figured. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky trade to get done. Let's try the 2nd on top of that. I don't think it's going to work. Unless we trade this around, but I don't want to do that. That's 2 firsts for a first. That's kind of stupid. Let's try another. Ah, fuck. Okay. 1st overall pick. Yeah, Landon DuPont going to Utah. Let's try Anaheim again. This is a tricky trade. I won't lie. It's a tricky trade. They want this pick. Okay, you know what? Let's try and find a place that Tuch wants to be traded to. Let's go offer trade. Tuch wants to go to LA, right? So let's give him LA. Let's go LA. LA Kings. Here. What do they have on their team? Byfield, Rubrock. Kempe, Byfield, Rubrock? Do we think that would work? Like a 1-for-1 Rubrock for Tuch? Was it Pesci? It was Pesci, I think. Pesci for Tuch is actually, or Pesci for Rubrock is actually close. If we can get another pick on top of this, this would be ideal. We get the 49th and we trade that away with the package. That works. Would that go through? No. Okay, let's just try getting some depth then. For next year, we need some depth. 3rd rounder? No. Okay, I think a 1-for-1 is fine then. Yeah, okay. So this is basically to make the trade block work better for Anaheim. Because we can't give them the player that they want. But let's try and give them Rubrock here. So we're not going to keep Rubrock. This is called a 3-team trade. So 8th overall pick. We're definitely overpaying. So let's get a bit more from them. Let's see what prospects they have that could be a part of my future here. So Lacombe, Gauthier. I mean, Gauthier would be a very good replacement for Tuch, but he's on a 3-year deal. He's going to want a lot later on. So let's quickly just sim this pick that they're on, just so we have more time. Ottawa, go ahead and sim that pick. So we need Anaheim again. Okay, so Rubrock. Let's grab Rubrock here. And the first, And then what do we want to bring in to replace? We're going to bring in that one defenseman to replace him. Maybe we could use like a rental defenseman from them. Maybe, I mean, Jacob Trouba, 3 years. Tristan Luneau. We have an offensive guy on the left side, but Tristan Luneau wouldn't be a terrible option. He's got 1 year left on his deal. He's pretty cheap. Let's bring in Tristan Luneau. And let's bring in... We could bring in Seneca. Whether he plays bottom 6 or top 6 is a good player. I don't mind this one. Good skating, good physical, good shot, good awareness. Not a great two-way game, but offensive stats are pretty damn solid. And we're giving them a defenseman that's going to really play well with them. Like, it's going to be Mitnyukov, Pesci, Lacombe, Trouba, Zellweger, and then Moore. That's not a bad pairing right there. So this is the trade. Quebec would have too many skaters in the organization. Okay. So then let's give them one of our older forwards, since we're bringing in a younger defensive forward. Let's give up... You know what? I think we can move on from Niederreiter. He was just meant to be a 1 year rental. That's fine by me. Or should we move on from... Yeah, let's move on from Niederreiter. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't great either. So I think that's fine. So Rubarok from LA. A first. And Niederreiter for Seneca, Luneau, and a first. Does it go through? There it is. Okay, so the 3-team trade. LA got the defenseman. Anaheim gets a replacement forward for a less valuable forward. This is a good move for me, I think. Let's sim the rest of these picks here. Carolina takes Randy Giuseppe. Doyle goes to San Jose. Svedberg to Ottawa. And DuPont to Utah. What does Vancouver take with the 5th? Puka. Dallas takes Jacobson at 6. Columbus takes Joseph at 7th. And then we've got the 8th overall pick. All right, so we could take Ryder. This would be a very good player to take, but we've got good center depth in the AHL, NHL. I don't think we need Ryder. Who do we got? We got Heischer, we've got Lundell, we've got Beecher who can play bottom 6 center, and we've got Jaeger coming up any second now, and Hull is there temporarily. Franzen would be a very good option with goal scoring, but 3-year ETA. And then I think Capaduca, same 3-year ETA, but we've got a rental defenseman on the right side that we can go with Luneau. So Capaduca, whether you're playing bottom pairing minutes or second pairing minutes, if Luneau wants too much money later on, this is a really good pick for us, I think. Let's just make sure 6'1", 94. Yeah, they're very similar. So then, yeah, let's see. Is he a two-way or a defensive? He's a defensive. Okay, 64 overall, top 4 potential. I'm okay with that. That's a pretty good depth pick for me. And then let's go to Nashville. What do they take? They take Franzen. Okay, that's fine. What about Buffalo? Richard Ryder, 72 overall. That's going to help them quite a bit. Vegas. What do they take with the 11th? Pedersen. So there's Pedersen. Yeah, exact same overall. So we did not lose in that trade at all. Just a different-handed defenseman. Left-handed, our guy was right-handed. And then 19th, right? So that'd be Anaheim. So let's go to 19. So Boston takes, however the fuck you say that, Eshkaugen? I think is how I say it. Seattle takes Markstrom. Whoops, wrong button. My bad. Markstrom goes to Seattle. Detroit is going to take Osala, an offensive defenseman. Ooh, that's a good pick by Detroit right there. Pittsburgh going to take Zilkin. Not a bad pick by them. 2-way 468 at 18 is pretty solid. That gives him about 9 years to grow. There's the pick that LA has. So Carolati. So another sniper. Washington's going to take Coils. Montreal is going to take Kopakari. And then what does Anaheim take with our pick? They're going to take, you know what? That is not a bad pick for them. So they got what? They got Rubrick out of that trade. They got Fast out of that trade. And they got Niederreiter out of that trade. So they got some contending pieces. Let's look at Anaheim and LA here. Also, thank you for the follow. Was it Moeps? Moeps? I think I say it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. On kick there. So what did Anaheim get from this trade? Let's take a look here. So Anaheim, they got forward depth. So they got Gothi, Carlson, McTavish. They got Terry Granlund, They got Terry, Doc, and Niederreiter. So that's their 6th best forward that is locked up currently. They haven't signed Heinen, they haven't signed Granlund. Then they got Cogliano, they got Poulet, they got Myers, and then they've got Rubrick in the system. So prospect-wise, value-wise, Gauthier, Carlson, Rubrick is their 3rd best prospect. Right, actually that's their best prospect right now because the other players are playing the NHL already. McTavish is there, Doc is in there, Fast is another, that's their 2nd best prospect. And then Gosher's their 3rd best. Okay, you know what, that was actually a pretty good trade for them. They did lose out on the 19th overall pick, which did kind of result in a bit of a worse player than they would have had, but they got freaking Rubrick out of that trade. So I think that was a win for them. LA, I think they lost that trade a little bit, but they did get a good defenseman that is wanting to contend. Where's LA? Did I pass them? I think I passed them. I totally passed them. Jesus. Byfield. So then, yeah, so defenseman. Yeah, that's their best value defenseman. And their best defenseman overall. They got Pesce and Carlson. Carlson's not signed, so it'll probably be Pesce, Anderson, Dumoulin, Ceci, Edmondson, Ristolainen. Where is Brent Clark? Did they trade him away? Interesting. They've got George coming up, and then forward core, they've got, yeah, Byfield, Kempe, Kopitar, Lafreniere, Burakovsky, Deneau. That's their top 6. That's a decent top 6. Turcotte, Kapanen, and Sturm, and then they got some depth here they need to sign. So, not a bad trade for them at all. I think that's a very reasonably priced defenseman. 32 years of age. He's got 3 years left, so he's got until 35 years of age to play there really well. I think that's going to definitely benefit both teams that we made the 3-team trade with. So, pretty good. Let's see him to the 42nd overall pick. I think we have a pick around that time. Let me just make sure it's not too late of a pick. I want to make sure I get my guy here. 55th? Yeah, we're fine. Yakupov's not even a guarantee, so this is fine. 42nd. All right. Let's take a look here. Quebec. Go by pins. And Yakupov. So we'll take the shot with this. Kind of a risk, but I don't mind it. Top 6 low 2-way forward. I mean, it could have been better. He's got a decent shot, actually. Good skating for a 64 overall. Decent awareness, discipline. Okay puck skills. Okay defensive stats. Not a bad player, just would have preferred low elite, honestly. So, okay, and then we got no other pins. So, I mean, we may as well just, like, filter by potential and see what we got coming up once we get to our picks. So, we got 118. Let's see what we got. We missed a low elite right there for Florida. I just saw that. Let's go by potential. Who have we got here? Medium elite, Chipichura. 19 years of age. I highly doubt it. C- league with 8 points. No. 3 points by a centerman, but 4-year ETA at 20 has me a little bit suspicious here. I don't think it's tempting. 20 years of age is the only drawback I see from this. And even though he's got 3 points and an A+, I'd rather not risk it. So we're not going to take him. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. 49 points in a D-League. Not bad, but not great either. It's a risk. Hendrickson, a +5. 5-year ETA, I don't trust that. 1 goal. A-League, 19 years of age. No. Better. 3 years ETA, but 20 years of age. -5 and an A+, I don't trust. Even though he's 18. D-League, no. 19 years of age, it's okay. Here we go. 2 goals, A+ league, 5 years ETA, going 196. I'm going to pin that for later. We could probably get that way later. A-League. Okay, let's go by ranking now. Let's look at ranking. So, A+ league. We should probably call timeout, actually. I just realized if we're doing this. Call timeout. I'll do one more timeout just in case. Make pick. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so Semenov. A+ league, +4, 4 years ETA. I don't trust it. C- league with 35 points. A -13. No. 27, 38 points. 3 years ETA. He's not age up top. Wait, hold on. Top 4 low offensive. A+ league, 5 years ETA. He's a guarantee. I don't mind that because he's a guarantee. 6 penalty minutes. Extra Liga. Hämäläinen as well. I wouldn't mind taking that offensive defenseman. Sometimes offensive defensemen, even if they're top low, can grow. I've got a guy in my off-stream save that's 21 years of age at 78 overall. He grew from like a 61. So I wouldn't be opposed to this. Let's take a risk. Garcia, 50 overall. Ooh, I was hoping for 60, but I'll take it. I'll take it. It's fine. It's fine. It's not the greatest pick, but I'll live with it. 151. I might take that pinned player now that I have. Semin, 2 goals in an A+ at 7. I can't pass this up. Do we have another pick after this? No. Okay, we're gonna have to trade for a pick. Let me look at that other player I had pinned. It was Zadorov. So yeah, that'll be like 6th round. End of the 6th round. Okay, let's do Semin right now then. Bottom 6. Okay, well. 6th round. Let's go to the end of it. Trade for the second last pick of the 6th. Florida. That's in our division, but that's fine. Who do we want to give up here? Let's see. Skaters match in the block. Who do we give up on here? Emberson. We did get that player, but we have some time, so we'll wait on that. Stranges could be a good depth left wing. Holla. Beauvillier. I'll keep him just in case we need to replace him for Doc. Kolyachonic. Moraver. Vinny Oreo. I like Vinny Oreo's overall to age. Goalies. I mean, Husso. Kind of want to rock with Husso this year, and then Kosa Jones is the tandem in the AHL. Let me just get like a random player down below and see who we're willing to give up. I mean, 61 at 19, Ristolainen. Boucher and Odelius, I think, we'll give up. Yeah, Boucher and Odelius. Just some AHL players. Nothing crazy. 190. Oh, it was 1 pick too late. Is he still there? There's no way he's still there. Yeah, he's gone. Damn it. What was he? I don't know what he was. Zadorov, right? Was it Zadorov? I think it was. See? Yeah, I think it was him. Okay, so then we would have missed. Okay, that's fine. Whew. Potential. Let's take. Actually, yeah. Let's take. You know what? Do we want to take a shot with O'Brien? Never mind. He does not have good stats. +5, 6'3", 5'8". Or do we go the 2BC route and just take a big dude? A-League. Yeah, let's just go with the big dude. Let's copycat here. 6'8". Holy fuck, he's a goddamn mountain. What's the heaviest? 6'5". They're 19 though. Honestly though, let's get a guy that's right and left defensively. What are the potentials? Unknown. They're both right-handed. Let's go with the guy that's like rated higher in the draft. Let's see. Defensive AHL top 2. Oh, that's rough. Oh, wait, is this shot power 91? God damn. Wait, he has a lot of skating. Wait a minute. What the fuck is this skating? It's 82. Oh my god, that's so funny. He's got insane skating, decent physicality, a crazy hard shot. Everything else is shit. That's hilarious. We're keeping this dude. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I think it's a good draft. It's actually really funny. That is actually really damn funny. Okay. We got an associate coach to re-sign. That's fine. We'll do that later. Beckett Seneca's becoming an RFA, so we'll deal with that re-sign in a minute. Let's go and take a look at what players want for their extensions. We have to sign Dorset at the free agency period. So let's take a look and see what we can do with our other players. Try and get as many cheap contracts as much. Seneca. So here's what we're looking at doing. So our forward core, we're going to be trading away Tuck. So Perfetti will move up, Samuel Skavich will move up, and then Seneca's going to have a spot in the third line. We'll start him there. Where was he scouted on? Looks like he was playing. How much time on ice per game did he have? Looks like he had 8 minutes. So he was on the 4th line, so he's gonna get a bit of a jump. He's got 13 goals, 15 assists with Anaheim last year and the year before that, I think, right? With 18 points and 28 points. So he's been point producing a little bit by little bit. What is he looking for? Is he looking for a short-term, long-term? Short-term. So if we do 8 years, 5 mils. He's looking for second line for the future. 3 years at 3. A little bit much. Can we do like... Our window's 2 years, actually. 6 years with line A. 6 years with line A. 4 is a little bit much for a third liner, even if we keep Perfetti, or even if we trade Perfetti away. Let's do the 2-year window, and then we'll reassess what our players are looking for at that point. So we'll do 2.350 maybe. Yeah, 2.350. He's an RFA still. We can keep him around for another year if we need to. I think that's solid. Let's offer that contract to him. Beautiful. All right, 2 years. Yeah, locked up for a pretty cheap contract. That's not bad. Who else can we sign here? So we're going to sign... Do we want to sign Yakupov? I don't think so. Same with Ristolainen. Same with all these guys in juniors. Let's go to defensemen, see who we got. So we got to sign Kolyachonok. Let's see what he's looking for. So we got Dorsett, Schneider, Byram, Anderson, Leno, and Moravert. So we're going to play Leno on the second line just for this year to give our guys some time to grow. We'll do the 2-year deal at like 2 mil. RFA. We'll do 2.250. Yeah, looks like that's fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, Seneca and Leno can still play together on the third line second pairing. That's not bad. So 2.250 for 2 years for the second pairing is pretty good. What does he want for 6? We could lock him up for 6. See if that defenseman grows in the AHL, and if he does, we trade him away. I think that's the play. He's really cheap for a second line defenseman. Let's do 3 mil. And we'll give a modified trade clause. Has he played in the NHL yet? I think he's played third pairing. He's played 2 years. He's got 22 points and 20 points. 100 shots, 80 shots. He's got 2 game winners, 1 game winner. You know what? Let's just giveaways, takeaways. Ooh, that's rough. Let's take more of an offensive player. Block shot 71, so he's getting better. Hits 30. Is he worth 3 mil? I feel like he's worth 3 mil. I think he is. I think I'm willing to do the 6 year. Is it 6 years? I want to make sure. Hold on. Let me find Line A here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 years. Okay, so then yeah, that's 6 year window. Okay, so then yeah, you know what, Leno, we'll do 6 years. We'll line you up with Line A, unless our defenseman. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that lines him up with Schneider actually, so that's actually good. So we'll do 6 years. We'll do 3.3. We'll do 3.250. Oh, that's too much. $75. 3.350. If I do 90. You know what? He's a 79 overall. He's 23. He's got 4 years to grow. I think I'm okay with this. A second pairing defenseman making 3.3. That's cheaper than Pesci was. So that's going to save a lot of money for Dorsett for the extension dollars. You know what? We'll do it. I think it's fine. Let's do it. Boom. Oh, yes. All right, beautiful. So that's our second line defensive pairing set up. Kolyachonok, are you looking for a 2-way? You are at 1 mil 2 years. You know what? That is technically our window. We'll do 975 2 years. What do you want for 1? Oh, we don't. 975 2 years. Keep them down there as our depth. All these other guys we're going to let go of. We don't want them sticking around. They're just not going to be good. We'll have to sign some new AHL players. That's fine. Oops. That's Puli. We could play the lane low guy we got. He's 66 overall. Let's play him early, dude. Let's play him early. Why the fuck not? League min. Yeah, league min. That's fine by me. We'll sign... We don't want to sign... No, we don't want to sign Puli. He's 26 years of age. No. What about Capaduca? Do we want to play him now? Or wait a bit? I want to play him now, I think. We'll play him early. We'll play him a little early. 975 for the 3-year entry level. And then I think that's our AHL done. Irio, Nystrom, Gustafsson, Langlo, Kapaduka, and Barch. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Goaltending, we're locked up for another 2 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years left on the goaltenders for all of them. And then all skaters, just make sure we didn't miss anybody in the forward core. I think we got everyone. Yeah, you know, since we signed Kapaduka, we'll sign Yakupov. It's only fair. We'll give Yakupov the chance. And also, Ristolainen, you know what? He's 1 year away from being in the AHL, I believe. But I kind of want to leave him, though. Let's just make sure we don't have anyone missing for forward core. See how we're doing AHL-wise. So, let's see. So, Stranges, Beckman, Olas, Douglas, Dumais, Ratu, Tulio, Gunler, Stromgren, Nelson, Petrov, Safronov. We got Yakupov, Kopakorski. We're actually going to buy out Korpakowski, I think. Yeah, we're going to buy him out. He's not going to be anything for us. We'll buy that. So we got one extra player. So then we're chilling on AHL players. We don't need to sign anyone extra. That's actually perfect. That'll make this stream a lot quicker. Because we're already at midnight, and that's when I was supposed to end stream. So let me check my Discord really quick, see if I'm not missing anything. Here. So, boom, 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 boom. No one messaging me. It's interesting. I'm waiting for 2 messages. Looks like they're offline. That person's just chilling. My leg. Sorry. Okay, this looks good. We've got some money to actually kind of go in on a player if we want. Like, forward core wise, we're chilling. We don't need forwards or defensemen. But if we find someone better than Leno, then we could play Leno in the AHL or something. We could totally do that. So Hischier, Malone, Lundell, Perfetti. So it's going to be Hischier, Malone, Perfetti, Lundell, Laine, Samoskevich, Eberle, Seneca, and Beecher, and then Sherwood, Dvorsky / Halla, and Doc / Beauvillier. If you find someone better for the fourth line that's like more star power or more of like a depth guy that's like better overall, like if Olas jumps over Doc or if he jumps over Halla or whatever, if Halla drops, maybe a better fourth line center than Dvorsky wouldn't be a bad idea. That's like maybe 34, 33. So that could be a good option for the fourth line. Now for defensemen, same thing. If we need to move players down, we can totally do that. Dorset and Schneider on our first pairing. Byram and Leno on our second pairing. Emberson and Koyachonik / Moverer could be good for our third pairing. And then we got Vinny Orio on the AHL. So, you know, we got a good team right now. We made it to the second round with this team. We're losing Pesci. And we're going to lose Tuck, obviously. But those are 2 big veteran players that did help us in the playoffs. But I think it'll be fine. I think we should be okay. So let's advance today. See what everyone says to our signings. Actually, we already saw yeses, didn't we? I'm stupid. Okay, coaching staff. We need to sign our AHL associate coach. So this guy is our power play coach. Does he want to resign as an associate? He does. Thank God. You don't want to be a bitch. So we'll just sign him to the max we can. This is what I do since owner mode's off, just to make it easier. Patrick Waugh was definitely the coach that got us to the playoffs. He's an A- now, so he did kind of drop down in rating. We're going to see if we can find a better coach in this year. We do also have to get scouts this year. I think our scouts will be good for this year. Let's see. So down to here. Let's see what we got. So just this guy, Audison only is going to be re-signed. Everyone else can just be bye-bye. And that'll be it. So, okay. Advanced day. And then Grantham says yes. Beautiful. And then over our scouts, one more day. Beautiful. Okay, let's go into free agency. Let's see who's available. If there's another guy like Nico Hischier available, bonus. If not, that is fine. 44 contracts. We don't need to sign any AHL players. That makes things easier. First things first. Dorset. Yes, he does want to sign. All right, beautiful, beautiful. What is he looking for? Ooh, that's a little bit much for that guy. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I was expecting like 9 mil, but that's 11. Okay. So what's the window here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years. 6, 7, 8. If we do an 8-year deal, that'll be 3 years extra. I think we start a new window with Dorset and Malone. What do we think? 12 mil. He's a 94 overall. That's a solid deal for a 94 overall. 90% protection. Let's do 12.250. 12.350? Yeah, 12.350, 8 years, 90% trade protection on the last 3. Does it go through? Boom! There's the big signing for our first ever draft pick. Was it Edward? Edward Dorsett. Beautiful, 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 man. Okay. So that's our top pairing defenseman locked up for the next 5 years. Jordan Eberle does not want to re-sign. That's fine. He's a vet. He just wants to go into better things. He's being paid 2.1 right now. He wants, what, 2.7 I saw? 2.6 for 2 more years. Interesting. So we're not going to re-sign him. He's a rental. That's fine. Anthony Beauvillier, probably the same thing unless he plays the 4th line for us. Yeah, he's wanting like 2.8 more than Eberle, which is, it's actually not bad. I mean, he's 30. The other guy's 37, so it's not that bad. Goaltending. Still chilling. In the system, we're gonna try and sign Jones to the same window, so 1 year maybe, possibly. Yep, beautiful. 1 year, that's perfect. Okay, in the system, oh shit, wrong button. I went down. Dak, Morver. Okay, so Morver, what is our 3rd pairing defense window on? Let's take a look at Morver here. So Emberson, 1, 2, so 1 year, 1 year. Okay, so a 1 year window. Okay, Morver, 1 year window. That's fine. Yep. 250, we'll do a modified trade clause. Beautiful, 50%, and we'll sign to that. Perfect. Okay, so that locks him up alongside of, what's his face? Emberson, sorry, had to think. Vinny Iorio, sign you to whatever you want, 3 years at 900K. Yep, that way if he makes the NHL, he can jump up at a cheap contract. Beautiful. Nystrom, not going to keep him. And then everything else is pretty good here. What about forward core for the AHL? Douglas, I'll keep you as my captain as long as I can. 2 years, 3 years? Can we do like 975? Yep, beautiful. 3 years, 975 for him. Tulio's still not bad in terms of overall to age. I'll do 3 more years with him. I think after that he'll probably be like go up if he doesn't grow up to a 79. Let's see. 71 at 24. Not the greatest, but I'll lock him up long term if I can. Yep, we can. Beautiful. Just get our AHL team kind of locked up. You know, this will be our team for the next little while. And then goaltenders were already kind of set on. So, okay. We're kind of chilling on money right now. We're chilling on everything. Players we're good on. Let's see who's available in free agency. Look at our scout options. And, oh, Clayton Keller. Oh, that's tempting. That's tempting. Not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Nope. 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 But Brady to Chuck. Oh, fuck. We just paid Dorsett $12 million. We can't do Chuck. We're gonna get Malone on a long contract as well. That's gonna be. I mean, Chuck's gonna want no movement, isn't he? I called it. Yeah, no, we can't do that. No. Dylan Strome. I mean, this is the kind of guy we want on the 4th line. Someone in the 30s, someone with like, that's a center, and someone that's a playmaker, I think, right? A playmaker. That's the guy we want on the 4th line. Dursey, 13 mil, no. Beltane, 40, no. At 11 million, you're asking for? What kind of seasons you have with Pittsburgh? 64 points. He's not even a point per game, and he's asking for 11 million. That's insane. Claude Giroux. This is a guy I would not mind signing for the 4th line. 87 overall, so he'll drop to 85, 84. 39 years of age. A playmaker. He's good defensively. He's good offensively. This is a very good 4th line center option. He's a lot of money, but for only 2 years, even if we get him for like 1 year, I'd be okay with that. So let's try and get 1 year done. Let's go with a no movement. Was it 36% he wanted? And let's give him 10 mil? I mean, I'm okay with that. Unless we can do a modified trade clause without a no movement. 60, 75%. You know what? Yeah. 10 mil, 1 year, 75%. He can go back and forth between him and Dvorsky on the 4th line, 3rd line. Let's do this. I think this is fine. 9.950. Let's do that. Sign him. To get back to us. Okay. Not the answer I was looking for, but that's fine. Who else is available? Lafreniere, Kako, Polyarphase. Zach Hyman's available? Damn, they're really letting go of players on Edmonton here. Tolvanen, Kane, Cates, Holmstrom. Yeah, I think that's the best option for Nelson wouldn't have been bad. Nelson's actually younger. But I'm not looking for a power forward. I'm looking for a playmaker that can kind of feed the puck to players. Oh, what goaltenders? What do we got available? Nothing crazy. Comrie, Corpy, backups, honestly. So, basically, if you don't have a goalie, you're screwed. Dobesh would be interesting, though. 907 last year? How about the year before that? An 882. But he only played like 19 games. Not crazy. But he had a good year. He was a starter last year. Oh. Oh, is that in Grand Rapids? That is in Grand Rapids. I mean, Hofer didn't do great last year. Should we go for Dobesh and just save like a bunch of money with it? Paying Hofer a decent chunk. Let's pay this guy for 4 years. No, we'll do 3 years. We'll do 3 years. 900K, 3 years. We'll trade away Hofer. I'm okay with this. Let's do that. And then besides that, if Drew does sign with us, that could be very good. So let's trade away Hofer. Actually, let's just do fine trade for Hofer, honestly. That'll probably be easier. Fine trade for Hofer. Goaltending. Oh, sorry, Huso. Sorry, Huso. It's Huso. My bad. Anaheim wants him for a fourth rounder for Edmonton. You know what? Edmonton has problems with goalies. I'm okay with that. He's actually making the same as Dobesh, but I'd rather have Dobesh. So except trade to Edmonton, they can use him. So we'll do that. So now it's gonna be Wallstead and Dobesh, and then Kosa and Jones. But these two guys can swap back and forth if we want them to. So that is fine by me. Did we see any right defensemen in free agency that we could like maybe put on the second pairing instead of Tristan Leno, like a defensive guy maybe? Let's see. Latane, DeMello wouldn't be bad, but only for 2 years. Durs is the best guy available. He probably wants a no movement for 13 mil. That's a lot of money. Yeah, he wants a no movement. What about Latane? At 40 years of age, but he's still 87. It's just too. I can't commit that much to a guy like that. I just can't. What about left defenseman? 91 Yossi. I mean, again, probably no movement, right? Yeah. Mitnikov, Ferraro, sorry, McNabb. Yeah, nothing crazy. Okay, you know what? I think we're gonna stop the stream here. We're at 12 o'clock now. I'm going to go and hop on Rust because I promised my teammate I would hop on after stream. So, yep. I'm gonna go log off for tonight. I will do everything that I need to. Actually, let me advance a few days first after we do coaching and scouts here really quick. Hold on. I need to do this first before I forget. We'll get our scouts signed. So let's just get as many as we can. This is so long. Six here. Seven. 8. See how many fire here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do 8 right here. Okay, so then we need. So we have 8 right now, so that's 11. So we need 9 more scouts. Okay, 9 more scouts. We can do 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17. I think we have 3 left, right? 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I miscounted a little bit, but that's fine. And then let's look at our coaches really quick just to make sure we're not missing out on anyone. So head coach. Let's see what we have. So teaching, the best option available is McClellan. 59 years of age. I'd rather go for Moose if possible. A across the board. B, coaching influence is a risk. Not doing Everson, he's 62. I want a guy that's younger. See an offense, I'd rather not have that. Moose might be the best option with the coaching influence of B. I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. We would be facing a bit of a upgrade and a bit of a downgrade. I think this is fine. Let's do it. Pittsburgh's interested. He better sign with us. 44 years of age is going to be really good. Come to Quebec. Join us. We made the second round this year. We've got a good core. Got a lot of good players available. Let's do 7.5. He's wanting how much? 5.3. That's overpaying like 2 million. Okay, let's go and fire Patrick Roy. Actually, you know what we could do? We just do this. Because he is a goalie coach, right? Alright, let's see what everyone says here. Let's advance day. Okay, sketch of signing. This is going to pop up a lot. I apologize in advance. This is what I usually do off stream. But because I want to make sure that Drew signs with us, we got to kind of live it through it, so. He says yes, beautiful. Alright, awesome. That's perfect. Trade alert. 2/3 and Safronov for a 3rd and a 4th. Oh, we got to make our trades, actually. I just remembered. We'll decline the trade. We got to make our trades with Tuck. So, Sjodin says yes. Koskinen says yes. Muzin says yes. Valabik says yes. Ladin says yes. Colomb says yes. Meseros says yes. Dowd says yes. Arvinen says yes. Giroux says yes. Beautiful. Yes. Alright. Gustafsson for a 2nd and a 3rd. No. Okay. So now let's get Tuck off our team. So, where does he want to go? Alex Tuck. Where do you want to be traded to? You want to play, let's see. Boston, that's our division. No. Chicago. That could be a good piece for Chicago, actually, if we think about it here. Hang on a minute. They're a team that's like on the rise. They've got, let's see, look at four course. So Bedard, Strome, Reichel. So he'd be playing second line with Nazar and Donato. Mikheyev, Moore, Abikubel, and then Frondel, Gregor, and back. They got a good forward core defensively. They signed Makar, Korchinski, Levshinov, Vlasic, Grzelcyk, and Murphy with Rinzel. Okay, this is a contending team. And they got Spencer Knight, and they got Brossois with Comiso. This makes sense for them, and it's out of our conference, honestly. So you know what? Let's do it. Alex Tuck. They're going to Chicago, and they want him too. So let's retain his salary for the next 2 years. Let's do 2 million of his salary. Let's do that. 2 mil. So that way he's going to be like a 5.550 player for an 86 overall or 85? 86. Yeah, still not bad. And then we'll let's bring back some depth pieces. Who's this guy? Suvanto. Didn't I have this guy in my off-stream save, but I traded him? I think I did. So let's, honestly, should I just take on both of these guys? Prideham could be a good right winger. He's a two-way. 68-21 is a little bit meh, though. Let's do Suvanto. Oh, I should probably look at skaters, actually. Let's look at this. And we'll go by trade value. Okay, so Pobezal is a center. We already have center depth with a playmaker. No, we're not doing that. Tomic? Playmaker again? No, we're not looking for that. Prideham? No. Spellacy, 76-21 power forward. Not a bad defensive player and a decent physical presence to him as well. I'll take Spellacy just because I could use some guys that can be in the NHL soon. And then honestly, can we get a first rounder with this as well? It might be a contending first rounder. I mean, could be good. We need a first for this year. We don't have a first for next year either, but we have a second. What else can we include in this deal to make this work a bit better for us? Dvorsky, no. Olis, Sherwood. We could trade Sherwood so that way Olis has a spot. How big is this guy? 6 foot. I mean, do they want Sherwood? They do want Sherwood. I mean, Sherwood does want to go there. Let's try adding Sherwood into this deal, and let's see. Let's try a pick on top of that. That should be enough to go through then. Whoops. Let's do a third and a fourth rounder for the future. Let's try this. So the big package here is Tuck for a first, Sherwood a third and a fourth for Suvanto and Spellacy. We're getting a prospect back, and we're getting Spellacy back for like a bottom 6 option if we need to. Does it go through? They're saving money to re-sign our free agents. Okay, so let's retain even more money off of Tuck then. I'm okay with this. 3.5, 3.775. Let's try that. And then can we retain Sherwood or no? I'll say 2 million is not bad. Still rejected? Brother, I've retained like half of Tuck's contract. I feel like the AI doesn't pay attention to retain salary. 20 million from a card. Jesus Christ. All right, what can I shed off of your team here? Obby goes on that. I mean, Connor Murphy, is that right? Connor Murphy, I think is right. And then you know what? Let's take off. Let's add the second instead. Let's add the second instead. Yeah, there we go. That makes it a little more even. Let's try adding a fourth for this year. I'm okay with that for getting a first. Does it go through? Bro, I'm retaining 3.7 and you're getting rid of... I'm basically taking 5 mil off your hands. 6 mil. Is this Sherwood maybe? Is that the reason they don't want it? They've got so much freaking cap space here. What the fuck are you on, Chicago? There we go. Okay, it was Sherwood. Okay. There's the trade. Okay. Ooh, that was a ridiculous trade. I overpaid, I think. All right. I think we're done. We have moved on from a few of our captains here. So let's save here. I'm going to go ahead and raid someone on Twitch here. So we're going to end the streams on YouTube and Kick that we have been doing the past few times. I appreciate everyone who popped in. Thank you for the follow. Moeps too. Appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you guys all later on YouTube and Kick.